So everybody, this might be the week that Beguile finds out that we record a podcast at their brewery, because we're actually recording inside of the brewery other than upstairs, right next to the fermenters and the mashers. Just a lovely little afternoon hanging out. But yeah, so a little bit different here. You're going to hear some hum of the machines in the background, a little bit of the fan, but it makes it more authentic, I think. So we'll have to go that way. Wilson is here with me today. He made it back from Whiskey Week.
Hello, world.
Still alive.
Hello, world.
And then we also have a special guest today, Jared, who is the owner of The Native.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, anytime. Basically what we're going to talk today is about running a bar, running a kind of a whiskey bar with some cocktails, all that good stuff, your knowledge of the background, and how you came into this whole thing. I know we probably have some drunken stories to also share, maybe. I don't know. It might get a little crazy this afternoon while we are drinking Balcones True Blue Cask Strength, which is at 68.3%. So, gentlemen, cheers to that.
Cheers.
Yeah. Yeah. That's True Blue. All straight corn whiskey.
Yeah.
One of the OGs when it comes to the craft distilling out of Texas. Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
We've talked about them quite a bit. Well, one time extensively on the podcast. Then they sent us gifts. Inadvertently, I guess. One of their old reps had some bottles laying around, so indirectly we received some gifts from Balcones.
Thanks, Harrison.
Yeah, Harrison's the first sponsor of the podcast,
Yes,
paying in form of whiskey. But yeah, no, Wilson, how was your whiskey week?
Whiskey Week is still ongoing.
It's true.
I am on my last of fumes. What's after fumes?
I think
Straight will.
Yeah, oxygen, I think, or something like that.
Yeah. Oh,
Carbon.
That's where I'm at.
Well, you look great.
I appreciate it.
You look
Thanks,
great.
Jared.
Too many late nights at Delilah's this week for you.
Yeah. But you know, that's the only way to recover.
Yeah, I agree.
It really is.
It truly is.
No,
It truly is.
I was a little gun shy, I could say, yesterday until World of Whiskeys and had that first whiskey of the day. And I'm like, all right, I'm back.
I'm good.
Yeah.
We're good to go. Had a little. What did I have first there? Might have been yours. I don't know. No, you know what?
at World of Whiskeys?
I stopped by old Bob Dylan Heaven Door over there. Yeah.
Yes.
I just tried that recently.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's actually
Adrian,
pretty good,
Adrian, yes.
Adrian's the salesman?
Yeah,
Okay.
I had an interview with them many moons ago, and then it just kind of disappeared.
Well, the podcast took off, so he doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. 8 episodes in, I'm like, I don't need money. Don't need money at all.
He's like, I'm just going to live at the guy. I'll do
Yeah,
podcasts
it's totally
every Friday.
not a big deal.
I live off of beer and yeast and all of that, and then Brittany pays the bills. So,
We have a bathroom upstairs. All right.
yeah, like toilet back here too. I don't know if it's functional, but hey, there we go. But yeah, it was a pretty extensive week, if you will. Very busy.
Yeah, very busy. It's literally 15-hour to 18-hour days. 'Cause
Don't lie.
And how many of those hours are drinking?
5.
Oh, that's not bad. I would
Yeah.
have.
It's not bad.
I would have said a higher percentage.
5. Yeah, 5 for the week.
You know, I think where you and I were smart this week, we only drank dirty American light beers.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah. Like, I don't.
Yeah, we highlight the shit out of it.
You
So-
have to.
Yeah, it's something you just can't like start drinking craft beers. Like the guys last night when they were doing the combination of Freddie or Eddie, why do I always say that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Eddie Russell was in town from Wild Turkey pouring
was
with
dope.
Low Res's beer that they did a barrel collaboration, which was delicious. But people are drinking other craft pints with that and tasting the whiskey. It's like
That's
too much on the heart right there.
Yeah, that's. I definitely have trouble with that as well. If I'm gonna do a marathon with whiskey,
Yeah.
which should be everyone's choice in booze, I got to do the light, crappy beer. You have to.
So what's the crappy craft beer? Not crappy craft beer, non-craft
No,
beer.
what's just your
Would you
American
just call it
choice?
Just an American choice.
Um,
Yeah, I like that.
I like a good old Mick Golden Light. I don't know if you know
Nice. Oh yeah.
That's a Minnesota thing.
Yeah, that was the get in Iowa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Drive the border. Yeah.
So we actually sell it at the bar.
Do you really?
You get it for like $17 at 30 pack. A little can, sell for like $2.
Heck yeah.
And it's just great, crap, light, crisp. You know, it's comparable to like a Miller Lite or whatever.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
I love
it's
Millis.
and it's just good going down, not high ABV. And
Yeah.
like goes, it's like drinking a little flavored water next to your beautiful whiskey.
Definitely. You know, it's a good touch.
Man, I haven't heard the name of that beer forever.
Yeah, we used to go. We had friends at Northern Iowa University, which is like only an hour or so away from the Minnesota border, to go up and buy it for
Oh, yeah.
college.
And you just take it back home.
Oh, we just have it for parties, And then they got into like little parts of Northern Iowa, so that was was a good find. But yeah, High Life runs,
High Life is great.
it runs deep with us.
Yeah, High Life is great. Miller's.
Have I ever told you guys about the High Life Lounge in Des Moines?
There's
No.
a High Life Lounge
Yes.
in Des Moines.
So it's
Is
a
it because that's how it's most consumed, or is it just
I think it was like kind of a gimmick bar to start off with. That's been there for at least 15 years, 20 years. And it has red shag carpet. It's built like a den from the 1970s. So kind of familiar what you're doing in a way.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But it has like pro wrestler portraits on the wall, all black and white. And they only sell beer that was made like 1978 or younger.
Or younger.
Yeah. So it's like all High Life bottles, Coors Light, and then Miller Genuine Drafts.
Oh, I need to go to
And it
this
has
bar.
like a
That sounds-
$4 burger basket. Yeah, get some tater tots with bacon.
Best
Yeah,
kind of
like-
bars
Oh,
in
yeah.
America,
But
man.
then, like,
wood
this
paneling on the wall? and
Oh
stuff
yeah,
like
wood
that?
paneling on the
Formica
wall. Yeah,
countertops?
has some old school arcade games. Yep. No, it does have the wood paneling too. And then through another door is like
Laminated
an
tile.
awesome craft beer bar. So you get both the best worlds inside
Yeah.
of one building.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. It was like thinking back on that now for Des Moines having those two bars together like 10, 15 years ago. It's pretty advanced for Des Moines.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
There
Yeah.
you go, folks.
Yeah.
You know where to go when you go to Iowa.
Throw
Iowa.
in on
Where-
Iowa.
Everyone wants to
Drink
go.
High Life.
Matt Brown actually.
Said no one.
Des Moines is one of the fastest growing cities
Oh.
for young
Yeah.
professionals
Because of all the insurance.
because all the big companies going out there.
Really?
And because the
cheap.
cost of living is good.
That makes sense,
And
actually.
it's literally, if you were to look up facts about
Yeah.
small cities and growing,
Yeah.
it's really good for, I don't know if that's, I guess, millennial age or
Yeah,
whatever.
definitely.
Just sort of starting out. And Des Moines is literally one of the landing spots for a lot
Yeah.
of
Shit.
Wells Fargo
young
has like
Americans.
their home mortgage office there. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's huge.
Fucking millennials.
Fucking millennials. Ashton Kutcher, man.
Fuck Action Kutcher.
I don't get your tenacity against him.
It's not a tenacity. It's just fuck Action Kutcher.
All right. I only think he's okay because he's a Bears fan.
Yeah, I think
Oh.
that's what saves him.
His wife and my fiance are best friends.
Are they
Oh, that's
really?
great.
No, they just work together from afar.
Oh, Mila Kunis, that's right.
They met like
I'm best friends with the two.
yeah. It's kind of like in the way that Jerry's best friend with her.
Yeah.
So yes.
Obviously.
Yes.
Yeah.
But no.
Did you ever hear the Dave Chappelle poem, Fuck Ashton Kutcher?
No.
Oh, you gotta hear
Can you
it.
explain it to me?
And that's pretty much it.
Oh.
Fuck Ashton Kutcher.
But he's best friends with John Mayer.
Who is?
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
With John Mayer?
Yeah.
Is he really?
Don't
Oh,
remember
yeah.
back in the day those skits?
He was like on the show.
Yeah. They still do tours
He
together.
would go in the. They
Yeah,
do. I saw
really?
that.
I don't remember. that.
We were going to go to LA 2 New Year's Eves ago to watch their concert together.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
But
gotta
it's,
watch.
it's,
I gotta
it's,
see
it's
that
sold
thing.
out too fast. We couldn't
Really?
get tickets. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like best buddies.
Yeah. It's hilarious.
That is fucking Ebony and Ivory, all like 2.0.
I used to be confused for John Mayer.
Used to be confused.
Yeah, I had a lady literally verbally attack me in a bar one time in Phoenix.
I was
Really?
just.
You
Okay.
see how good looking he is?
No, I was just gonna say. I was like, once he said that, I was
I
like,
know.
you do kind of look like John Mayer.
Yeah, that's where we
But
collecting
I-
because that's close.
see,
you know
No,
what I'm
I
I-
never
saying?
thought about that.
I never really liked the comparison, and then I saw him a couple times in concert, and like he's an amazing musician.
Yeah,
He's
he is.
amazing.
He's a genius
Actually,
with the guitar,
his last show I saw of him a couple of years ago, because my fiance is a big fan. It was maybe one of the best concerts I've seen, like hands
Okay.
down. Like his,
No shit.
Yeah, because they did a John Mayer trio. John Mayer, he'd come out and do acoustic songs,
Yeah.
old acoustic songs by himself, because he can't sing as well anymore. Yeah, it was really
He's a
entertaining.
phenomenal musician.
Yeah,
Da, da, da,
Da,
da,
da,
da,
da.
da, da,
Your
da,
body is a
da, da.
wonderland.
Thank you, brother.
yeah.
Especially after
I've
whiskey.
earned
Yeah,
this.
after Whiskey Week, it's a pure wonderland,
Oh my
indeed.
God.
Full of bourbon,
It's like
rye,
fucking
and
doormat.
scotch.
I know we're talking about whiskey. Can I get some more whiskey?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
We
I'm not in the middle of whiskey week for
we,
me. So.
we free pour around here. Yeah, absolutely. So, anything you tried this week that what stood out?
Yeah, actually, what was Treaty Oak
Okay.
out of Texas.
Yeah.
Their ghost-handed bourbon, I believe it's called.
Was it
no,
the blue?
red-handed.
Okay. There's a blue label.
It's a blue label bourbon.
Ghost Hill.
Ghost Hill.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah. Delicious stuff.
Let me bring it up right quick. But they stood out to me. Very, very. One is sourced. One is made in house.
Yeah.
And what's really odd is usually when one of the conversations we had these last couple of weeks was when Harrison was on the podcast was when he went from repping a Balcones,
Mhm.
which obviously makes their own juice, and then now with MGP,
Yeah.
it's just like, okay, how do you sell that? Anyways, what I found interesting and quite surprising is that you can't tell the difference between what they made in house
Really?
and what they sourced.
I agree.
It was that
Yeah.
it was that good.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what
I
really
find you
stood
can
out to
always
me.
definitely taste. Normally, if I'm like, the taste is a little off,
Yeah.
I'll sort of investigate and ask more people, and like, oh, well, that's the one outsourced or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's cool if the quality control.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, they've
it's phenomenal.
really turned it around really quickly there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was fun. Like I was bringing you scotches and seeing if you would think they were American whiskeys. There was one bourbon finish from I can't remember who it was from, but you're like, this has to be a bourbon. I'm like, nope, and it was actually it was
Scotch.
It was a Highland too, and the peat was pretty low on it for a Highland, so it was nice. But I was doing some stuff like that with Wilson, trying to trick his palate.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I like that.
Yeah,
I
it
want
was.
his palate.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, it was.
his palate or his experience
Yeah,
with the
one or the
drinking.
other.
There you go.
Take them both. We'll split them. I'll get half of each.
You probably
get half.
you
of
have more
each.
experience than both of us
You
combined.
flatter me.
Maybe experience.
You
but
flatter me.
Your palate is. No, I don't either. No. it's-
What are you looking on your phone at, by the way?
I wanted to know. I'm looking up the Treaty Oak line.
Oh, those are pictures of. Oh, no,
Yeah,
Chris
yeah.
is right there.
Yeah,
It's actually
full of
Ashton
Tiki
Kutcher.
Fest down there.
Ashton Kutcher.
His
Yeah.
screensaver is Ashton Kutcher from
Ashton
from
Kutcher.
Two and a Half Men.
Fuck Ashton
The best of Ashton Kutcher. Dude, come on, dude. Where's my car? It's a classic.
Stop.
And
Okay,
it's a good
red-handed.
one.
That
I like
70s
it.
show?
Whiskey.
Come on.
I don't
Oh
mind.
my
him.
god, that was the worst.
I don't dislike him.
Zoinks! He's such a dork, dude.
He is a dork.
Yeah, that's all right.
Fucking tool.
You know, because people from Iowa are smart and they're intellectual and they think about things. So calling us a
And
dork,
most people from Iowa are Cubs fans.
it's true.
Yeah.
Very much so.
I like Iowa.
Because of WGN, but now not
Good
anymore.
And Iowa Cubs.
And the Iowa Cubs in Des Moines.
Yeah.
I like to call Des Moines the minor league capital of the world.
Yeah.
Because they got that. They've had at least
minor league capital.
Yeah, minor league. Yeah, they have the Barnstormers for arena football, which is pretty cool. And
I didn't know that.
yeah, it's where Kurt Warner got to start off
that's
there.
right.
Yeah, or I guess actually had his comeback there.
Zach Johnson.
Zach Johnson.
Golf out there.
Went to Drake,
Yep.
University of my alma mater. I don't really mention that very much though,
It's a
or
good school. My dad
Or-
went there. Class of '73.
or give any
Ooh,
money
good
back.
year. That's a good year, bro.
Nice.
I was born that year.
No, you don't look that old.
Fuck you. You too. You
What?
and Ashton out today. You guys.
I was
All
just
right,
laughing.
so Ghost Hill, Texas,
The whiskey
bourbon
talk.
whiskey is their home, their homemade stuff, and then the red-handed
So
bourbon whiskey is the sourced.
where do they source it from? They
Kentucky.
okay. They don't say
Why
what
not?
distillery
It
though.
says Red Hand Bourbon is a thoughtfully curated blend of our favorite distilleries in Kentucky and Virginia.
Oh, cool.
So not an MGP beer.
Wow, yeah, that's awesome. I wonder
Which
what's
is
from
dope.
Virginia.
I'm kind of tired of the MGP thing.
Why is that?
Well, because it's like
Because we
those who know whiskey.
because-
And I'm not saying that I do know whiskey.
because we talked about it and had guests on
say you
from
know.
Well,
MGP.
but from what we know, and what
Say you
we've
know.
learned, you know what I'm saying? It's like every whiskey out there is MGP whiskey.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what they became so reputable for.
Right. And to all due respect to that, but the fact that these guys out of Texas, like,
Yeah.
not going there, we're
Yeah.
going over here.
So
We went to the homeland of the bluegrass, and then grabbed a little something that a state that can arguably say that they also are the beginning points of whiskey,
yeah,
bring those two together. Fucking phenomenal, brother.
I agree.
And
So
then mimic that same fucking taste in their own juice.
that's pretty cool.
Ridiculous.
No, I agree with that. And
That's impressive.
That speaks a lot towards them. Do you have like a personal take then on them on MGP releasing their own products now?
I like the fact that it's
Okay.
about time, actually.
Oh,
Yeah, I think they should have done this
have
a little while
Have you tried any of those, Jared? The
No,
the
I have
Remus?
not tried
Have
any
you
of
tried
them.
it?
No.
Remuses?
The Remus,
or-
the Remus is nice.
It's good?
Yeah.
All right.
They have, like,
Spice is nice on that one.
they have another bourbon. I can't think of the name, but it's only like $27 a bottle. So nothing too.
That hasn't been out that long.
No.
Yeah.
This is like a launch at end of last year, I think. They kind of,
Okay.
Yeah,
and
they
then
just-
really promoting it this year. So one of our buddies, Harrison Pius, who's been all over the industry,
Yeah.
he's with them now, repping those
Okay.
brands. Yeah, so they're definitely kind of making their way. They had a big party this week with Harry Carey's. They're doing like a prohibition party with Budweiser. So yeah, Harry Carey's.
It spells back.
He's been suffering a bad migraine this week, so. Okay, shout out to you, Harrison. Hope you're feeling well, Billy.
Yeah, Harrison.
Who's not feeling
Hair of the
bad
dog,
after this
buddy.
week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't met you, but
Tell you, man.
you need some
I
wisdom.
bet you have met him.
I bet I have.
bet you.
Harrison.
I bet you've met him.
Remember the
along
first
way.
time we looked into
You
each
get
other's
around,
eyes?
man. You know.
Well, I do get around. Everybody knows that.
The brewery's even becoming more alive now. We're going to be moving some pallets of beer here. I like it.
Pallets of beer.
Like
Think
sorry.
they're filming a porno in the back corner there.
There we go. Yep.
Yeah.
Turn it on. Those are the cans that we go into Wrigley Field. Their first order.
4 packs of 16-ounce blondes. You let us
Really?
come and make
Yeah.
us
Going to
Wrigley.
Wrigley?
Yeah,
That's
they
awesome.
got in
Pick up
this
a
year.
can out in the friendly confines. I'm telling you, this is one of the best beers, if not the best beer in Chicago. Right now.
That wasn't even a paid promotion.
Yeah, that wasn't even. They
That's
make
just how passionate I feel
They
about
You do.
the
No,
blondes.
the blonde is one of my favorite beers as well too. If you want something like a light sipper, still drinking in that craft level, it's definitely one to go to for that.
sure.
But yeah,
Speaking of craft and 16 ounce at your place at Native, do you guys do tall boys at all? Or
We do, yeah,
What's
we do.
the mojo there? Tell me about your mojo.
So the mojo of the Native is in Logan Square, 2417 North Milwaukee. It is what we say is concept bar. There is no concept. It's basically a bar that I grew up in, a combination of
Yeah.
70s, 80s. And what we do, we sell a lot of, is a beer and a shop bar, even though we do really well at the cocktails.
yeah, you have great cocktails.
We never pushed it, and my main guy now, my Zeph.
Yeah.
Shout out to Zeph.
Big
He's won a
Zeph.
few
Yeah,
competitions
it's-
with his, and we've turned into it, and now we're getting a slushy machine that'll be in.
Nice,
Alright.
nice.
For the opening of the patio. And,
Sweet.
but yeah, my whole concept was I wanted like a under the ground Scotch list
Yeah,
at my bar. Scotch is my favorite. When it
I
comes
remember
to
you saying that one of the first times we met. Yeah.
Scotland. You know, I've done the Kentucky tours. I've done the Scotch,
Sweet.
like Scotch tours in Scotland. Scotch is still my favorite,
Okay.
and I wanted that like underground, but there's just no one comes in for it. For just like we used to carry so much really high end whiskey, bourbons, rye, scotches. Now they're in the basement with me. So no one really orders them as much. No, we can sell the cocktails, but no one. I mean, occasionally I'll get a guy in or a girl in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And what do you have? What's the best? And I'll walk them through it, but generally you don't.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like the finer points, it's like someone will talk to me and then I'll break out a bottle and we'll share it in that experience instead of like selling you. So I mean, yeah, we're old style of Malort is where we're at.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That's what we
Not
sell.
bad.
Well, even those Malort cocktails,
Yeah.
as F was making,
Chicago handshake
for
goes a long way.
Oh,
The handshake goes a long way.
especially you give a cigarette out still. That was the best. Shout out Jack PBR and a cigarette. Dang.
What?
Yeah.
So,
You
yeah.
ever got one of those?
No.
Oh, you didn't smoke, so
I
yeah.
smoke cigars, but I don't do that nasty
Yeah.
I don't smoke cigarettes.
I don't anymore. But no.
shit. Do you
well-
dip now? Do you like do the
no.
little pouch?
Do I look like a hick?
Dude, you're from
Well, you
Iowa.
said Iowa.
right?
It's exactly.
You said Iowa. You
No.
like Ashton Kutcher.
I did. There was like one.
Fuck it.
When I was a freshman in football in college, all the guys dipped, and every once in a while I'd take a small little one after.
Ugh.
But went too large one time.
Oh, yeah, you got sick.
I didn't get sick, but I thought it was just my head was gonna explode. That high you get from that, it's so
I've
ridiculous.
puked on it.
I've
Yeah.
puked the shit.
Like the guys
hockey guys, put this in
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah, the guys that got it accidentally the first time too. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
that's
for real, dude?
tragic. Yeah, no. But I remember this one guy always had this like apple candy one, and like it kind of tastes pretty good. It tasted like candy, so I was like, yeah, I'll have a little bit of that.
That'll be
A
fine.
little buzzer practice. Go get some dinner.
So now what do you do? You
some
smoke
homework.
weed now? What do you do now?
I just I run.
He eats bowls of granola.
Granola and-
So we
and
go out to
podcasts
breakfast the other day when I got back from Charleston.
Shout out the toast.
And shout out to Toast. Actually, I was really impressed with that joint. And even
good
our
stuff.
server,
It
I
is
forget her
good.
name.
Yeah.
She was.
Oh yeah,
was
she's
awesome.
great. Yeah.
Yeah. So he orders fucking
Thanks,
granola.
Veronica, the waitress. I
Yeah,
appreciate
sorry,
it.
I went there.
You did a great job.
He orders this big ass. No, actually, he was. I'm gonna have granola. I'm like, really, bro? We come out to eat. You know, I eat. I don't do the. You know.
I recommended the burrito to you.
You did. You recommended the fucking burrito.
You
too.
did it. So.
Why? But why is the burrito always recommended me? Because I'm Puerto Rican.
Yep.
You don't eat fucking
Yep.
burritos. You know what I'm saying?
Just gonna say it's not even.
It's not even my fucking
not a
ethnicity. It's, you know what?
I judge everybody by the color of their skin.
Yeah.
Me too. I totally judge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Racist
I
motherfucker.
thought he was Middle Eastern.
That's the first.
There we go.
That's I love it.
I did not think.
I love it.
did not think.
It's better than.
I'm a whole comment in.
So have a burrito.
Yeah.
That's
So
what I'm
breakfast
making.
burrito.
Yeah, so he says, yeah, have the burrito. It's actually good. I'm like, all right. So I'm looking, and then I'm like, I just need a common, regular breakfast. You know, good old American breakfast. So I did that, and then he goes, I want to do granola. I'm like, fucking granola. Then they bring this big fucking trough of a bowl
Yeah.
that literally looked like a
Yeah.
sundae.
There's probably
It
more.
looked absolutely delicious.
I don't know. It's like $8 or $9. There's definitely more than $8 or $9 worth of fruit in there.
So it's like granola,
Yeah.
yogurt,
Blueberries,
fruit.
yeah.
I thought it was supposed to be like a
Honey.
little parfait
Yeah,
thing.
that's,
'cause,
I mean, that's what I was.
a little,
No.
a little,
Gosh.
a little bitch breakfast thing.
Oh,
you know what I'm
I'm a
saying?
professional.
I was judging.
Obviously.
I was judging when
You
he
should.
said what he was getting.
You should.
So that makes sense.
That's why he weighs $120.
This is breakfast
so
talk with Wilson.
Best.
Yeah.
120.
165.
Football.
Used to be 228.
No way.
Yeah.
That's what changed.
Out of your mind.
Yeah.
228.
I believe it.
228.
Really?
Middle
Yeah, you showed
linebacker,
that
just
picture.
grinding kids, making quarterbacks cry home to their mamas.
Yeah.
Not really.
I can't see that.
And then
Yeah.
he got to big leagues.
Yeah.
And then he got to college.
Oh
then
yeah,
that's
Division
when
II
it changed.
football, big leagues.
There
Yeah.
you go.
No, but yeah, I used to weigh a lot more.
But you're not going to weigh shit if you keep eating fucking granola.
Yeah, that's true.
And run 7 miles in the morning.
You want to get back
7
to
miles
the
at
NFL
lunch.
in that dream?
Yeah.
I think,
You have to start
I
eating
think
more.
the dream needs to start at 32, or it's never gonna happen. As everyone else is dying in the NFL at 32,
Yeah.
I'm coming into the NFL.
That's all right. You
Just-
get your 3.
I'm
in
like
so
Tony
many years.
Danza on that one movie when he was a kicker. He was the trash man.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
He's not the best.
Tony
He's
Danza?
not the best.
He's the boss, man.
No, I'm an American Italian, and I don't think he's the boss.
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
Fuck Ashton.
I'm American
Forget
Italian.
about it.
Ashton Kutcher.
Fuck Ashton Kutcher. Exactly. Thank you, Jerry.
There we
I'm with
go.
you.
But
Listen,
seriously,
I'm with you.
so
Yeah,
you
so-
mentioned
yeah.
Wallace.
So you
I'm
took
with you.
Wallace.
Wallace.
So you took wait. So how much of your inventory did you move downstairs with you?
Good amount. I got quite the, shush hush hush. I have a little
Shit.
speakeasy down there.
Nice.
Wow.
Not for the public. Our ceiling is 1 inch too low,
Oh.
so it's mainly personal. But yeah, I have a lot of stuff I got in Scotland. That's
Brought back,
rare, and
yeah.
I got a lot of stuff that I got through the bar. Some rarities from like Breakthrough and stuff this
Yeah.
particular year. And I tried to sell a lot of it, and I had backstock of stuff, and it just, I mean, we still have it,
Yeah.
but it just doesn't.
So
doesn't
if-
move. So for me, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna drink it because I mean,
Might as
You-
well.
Shit, you paid for it.
yeah.
Here, fill yourself back up.
I mean, some people agree, like, save it, it'll be worth money someday, and I'm like, no, that's
No.
not.
I hate that. No,
I don't like that.
whiskey's meant to be drank.
I
I mean,
agree.
I mean,
I agree.
It's meant to be, and it's meant to be shared. too.
absolutely,
I-
100%. That's our philosophy as well. Like,
Just share it.
first of all, no whiskey's bad whiskey.
No whiskey's bad whiskey.
Yeah, and what do you do with a good bottle? You share it with the people you love the most. So
Yeah.
always keep good company.
That is probably one of the first lessons that I've learned about whiskey.
Yeah,
Is
definitely.
that you enjoy it
Yeah.
with people.
Yeah.
So if we would go to the native and ask like for a secret Scotch list, could we get one?
Oh yeah, if you well,
If
you-
Jared's there.
If I'm there, so I have all of the fancy, nice, unique Scotch.
Yeah.
That I do have that's at the bar is behind locked cabinets.
Nice.
So if I were there, yes, I could be like, well. But if you guys were there and were like, hey, we're hanging out.
Yeah.
Let's try. I would bring you out
Cool.
the back. We would go down and we would sit and do it that way. Because
That'd be great.
to try to sell,
We should
this-
do that and record a podcast down there.
Let's do it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I'm in. That'd be so fun.
Yeah.
You guys will literally love it.
Paulie G's ran into
Love.
Will.
Will.
Yeah,
Will
last night,
Will's
Delilah.
name.
He's like,
Yeah.
you guys want to come by and record a podcast ever? Just let me know. I'm like, all right. People are just like inviting us to their bars and restaurants, hanging out.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's the whole idea.
Mike Miller. Shout out to Mike Miller.
Shout out to Mike Miller.
He's yeah. Drunkenly, he told us he was going to record the podcast with us last night.
Yeah, but
Well,
you
I don't know
what?
if the fans know this, but we've decided now it's going to be a 3-piece podcast every week.
See-
Every three of us in the basement of
In the
the
basement.
That's the only reason why I know that something else is happening with this podcast because everybody comes on like, can I do another one? I'm like, yeah,
So
I guess.
fun.
I guess.
You get just to talk.
We're
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
drinking whiskey,
We're not
talking.
geeking out over
In,
anything.
inside of a brewery,
We're
like
sharing,
literally.
Yeah, we're
So,
sharing.
You know,
stories,
more
we're
geeking
sharing
out on just hanging out with you two.
There we
About
go.
Your experiences and good lookingness.
good lookingness.
You know, it's beige don't age, bro.
Yeah.
Beige don't
doesn't
age.
Yeah.
Well, American Italians over here, we have that problem. We
Yeah,
age.
sometimes.
Except we
I mean, you guys
the head of hair. is-
Yeah, head of hair is
we-
You
good.
know what you guys pull off? The baby blues.
We do.
Yeah.
You guys
Northern
pull off the
Italian?
nice baby blues.
Yes.
Yeah, same here.
Yep.
Yeah.
A
You guys
blues
got the
zone.
blues, man.
We do.
I'm a sucker for the blues, man.
The St. Louis Blues.
No, not the St. Louis Blues.
No.
That's it.
Gary
Yeah.
Gary Clark Jr. was just here. I saw
Was he
him.
really?
Was he?
Starter Theater. That
Oh,
guy can
yeah.
Was
shred.
it whale?
I mean, whale. I've never seen someone play that good a guitar in person.
That'd be dope.
Yeah,
And
he's
that's a lot very blues.
He's magical.
He is.
Magical.
Anyways, we can get back to the whiskey.
Yeah,
let's get back to
it doesn't matter. It's a life. It's a life and whiskey
Speaking
podcast.
of whiskey,
It is.
though, actually,
Yeah.
and you mentioned the native being in Logan Square. When I'm out in the market and I hit Logan and Wicker,
Yeah.
I notice a different trend, and that's going back to the beer and shop thing.
Yeah.
I'm noticing it more and
Big
more.
time.
In that neighborhood or overall the city?
Obviously, more in that neighborhood, yes.
Okay.
I don't see it outside of the neighborhood, but I'm curious
Okay.
because it's shot in beer and cocktails now.
Yeah. Logan Square.
Yeah,
For sure.
definitely.
For sure.
I mean, I know like Drinking Bird used to do that.
Drinking Bird used to be not, but now they're no longer.
Yeah. But that was Lincoln Park, at least.
I mean, what was that, Webster and Clybourne or
Yes,
whatever?
Something
somewhere
like
around
that,
there?
yeah.
But I'm just
Pequods
you know,
ish.
Pequods issues.
I mean, you own the Native. What trends do you see coming?
I definitely went in with a mentality of I wanted whiskey to be the forefront
Yeah.
in a relaxed setting. So it's not like walking into a cocktail bar
Yeah.
where you can walk in and go, I don't know enough, or, you know, because cocktails have become popular.
Yes.
Cocktails,
Yeah, cocktails,
and
yeah.
bartenders are now sort of the next coming of like chefs. Top Chef came and it was like this big deal.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
now all these chefs are making millions of dollars off of TV and getting famous. Bartenders are like much slower, but they're getting there.
Yeah.
And all these bars, the Violet Hour, Aviary, all these like amazing. These people know their ingredients.
Yes,
So I'm like,
100%.
I don't know any of these. I'm not going to start with that. So I'm going to start with straight liquor.
Yeah.
Because my knowledge is in liquor. Beer is beer. You can sell beer. I'm going to have my staple shitty beer. So I mean, my whole point was I wanted to be whiskey. I wanted to be mainly like, oh, they have the best list in a sense, sort of like a Delilah's does, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But Logan Square, time went on, and people would come in and they would go straight for our shitty beer and our shots, our cheap shots. And as time's going on, that was it for like year two. It was just all beer and a shot.
Okay.
Then I started to sort of release the reins and let some other people help,
Yeah.
which is a smart thing.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I started to let my bartenders help me a lot more with the cocktails, and we have some great guys. Alec, who's no longer with us, Zeph and Brian, that still work for me. Zeph is
Outstanding.
outstanding
Yeah.
at his cocktails. And people started to like them. And obviously with technology, you keep track of what sells. And
Yeah,
it's like,
of course.
oh, this does well. And none of our cocktails are crazy ingredient heavy in a sense of like
Good. That's good.
garnish
I agree.
and all that. I mean,
Yeah.
you're getting
The show. You're not getting the show.
You're getting alcohol. I mean, the native
Yes.
is definitely a very
Which
heavy,
I always want.
yeah,
That
a
was
heavy
for
pour
a cocktail.
I mean, the
yeah.
best part of our shots is like we pour a full shot.
Yeah.
You're getting more than you probably pay for. People come back. Our stuff is cheap, but I have noticed the trend is massively those three things, especially in Logan Square.
Mhm.
If I go out to other places, you'll see the cocktails because cocktails are everywhere. You'll see the whiskey, but you don't see as many like beer and shot specials unless you're going to just like a tavern.
Correct.
But I feel like Logan Square overall, that is the vibe.
Yeah.
there.
That's the general.
Because it's a very tight knit neighborhood. I mean, we have a couple times a year, say quarterly meetings with all the bars. And we get together, we talk about security.
Really?
And,
Wow,
yeah,
that's
Oh,
great.
It's
cool.
a very tight. There's no people keep asking me. You know, there's a place coming in on the corner of Richmond and Milwaukee called the Whale, I think.
Okay. Beer bar.
It's more of a no. It's more of a, well, maybe.
I would
It's a
assume-
Whale?
The Whale.
Huh, I'd assume like it's a craft
There's
beer.
two places going in. I just saw the dumpsters yesterday, and it's more of.
I just saw the dumpster.
Well, yeah, they have like.
Oh yeah, have your address and name on it. Yeah.
Because everything else is blocked
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I walk the alleys.
But, you know, everyone asked, "Oh, are you worried that they're coming in?" I was like, "No, it just brings more people to the area."
Exactly.
I
My
agree.
bar is its own entity. There.
Yeah.
It's not the same as the East Room or Slippery Slope or the Whistler. We're
Yeah.
different. They're all their own things.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just bring people to the neighborhood. You even if you don't live in Logan, you Uber there, and you have a million options to
Sure.
Yeah,
play
there's,
off of.
there's only like one bar really like you can kind of say like atmosphere-wise it's similar with Heavy Feather, but then they're so cocktail forward too.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
they are straight up cocktail.
Yeah.
And for the record, we were open before.
oh, there you go.
Heavy Feather.
You were open before Heavy Feather?
Heather. That's
So I
not
thought-
Slippery Slope.
Not Slippery Slope, yeah.
Regardless, I
But
love.
yeah.
I love it.
a great place,
I've only
yeah.
been a couple times. It's great.
Yeah.
Theirs is definitely cocktail based.
Yeah.
Ours
Yeah,
is-
they're more cocktail.
We have our 6,
focused.
7, 8 cocktails. And
Yeah.
So
beer and
tell
shot.
us about your cocktail menu. That I'm curious.
It changes. We now do. We went from my first set of cocktails almost 3 years ago were all basic versions. Of,
Just a classic cocktail.
yeah, in a sense. We had like our Malort cocktail called the Native Negroni. It was a Negroni.
Oh shit.
It was
good.
still
It's
It's not
good.
on our menu anymore.
It's
I don't
good.
think.
Really? It's not.
No,
But
it was
did it?
basically pamplemousse grapefruit liqueur,
Uh huh.
Malort, and God, what was the third ingredient? It was literally 1 ounce, 1 ounce, 1 ounce. Same as a Negroni, same bill.
Yeah.
It wasn't vermouth. What the hell, like, and it was delicious.
Yeah, it's
and
good.
Malort was in it a can I not remember?
That's
what it was?
hilarious.
Yeah, take it from somebody who does not like the trend of Malort, just being from Chicago to drink it because it tastes bad. I love the cocktail.
We're literally because Malort
cool.
got bought out by CH.
Yep.
Right.
And now they're making it here.
Now
And
they're
the,
making
owner,
it here in
so-
Chicago.
and the owner is selling his $4.5 million
Yeah.
apartment.
Not bad. Not bad.
Not
Not
bad.
I met him. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
He's a nice
talked
guy.
to
Oh,
him.
he's a
He's
nice
a
guy.
really,
Oh, he's a nice
he
guy.
looks like one of those suburban dudes.
He does.
Yeah, he
Just,
does.
in his little polo, his little Dockers.
Oh yeah, we went to the
you know.
my GM and I, Sam Edgen,
Yeah.
we went
Yeah.
to the Malort release in Chicago, like the thing. They had everyone there.
Nice.
Hot dog
That's-
stand, and we got to try like the first batch of
Sweet.
Malort made in Chicago.
That's
Nice.
kick-ass. That was a great move on his part, honestly.
Oh, yeah,
I
100%.
think
Great
that's
They,
a fucking no
he had
brainer.
been trying to do that for a while.
Okay.
Really?
From what I heard from him, yeah.
I believe it.
She, the
'Cause
woman.
she doesn't want to sell it. She kept
didn't.
holding.
Now she just finally.
Because they were making
reached-
it in Florida. Is that what? Yeah. All right.
It's like a 7-year-old recipe.
Yeah.
That they won't even. He's like, I didn't get the recipe until like after the paperwork.
Wow.
No
Because he's like,
shit.
you will never know. We will tell you what's in it, but you will not know the recipe. So we all got to like touch the wormwood and smell it and taste it and rub it around our hand.
Very cool.
We got to taste condensed Malort.
Okay.
a condensed.
Condensed
Malort?
Malort. It was like a clear little glass full of clear Malort.
Okay.
Condensed. So it was basically like if you had had a sip, it would be like having 5 shots of Malort in like one sip. Sip, not a shot. A sip.
Wow.
In this little concentrated thing. It was pretty intense.
It's intense.
Put some fucking CBD
But
in
I'm glad.
that shit,
I'm
bro.
glad that it's back. I'm glad that it's back in Chicago.
Yeah.
So is that
it
becoming
has
like
to
one of
be.
your best
I think
sellers
that's
then?
what
It is.
Okay.
It has to be.
We are in the top in all of Chicago. Take out Wrigley for old style. We're
Yeah.
probably in the top 10, closer in the top 6 in old style sales
Okay.
for
Draft
old style.
or can?
We do draft.
You do
Yeah,
draft.
draft.
I mean, we're at 79 capacity. We don't. I mean, the
Oh.
place is small. 55 capacity of the summer with the patio.
Patty.
And Malort, we're probably top 3.
Okay.
Shit.
Possibly number 1.
Possibly.
We sell a lot of Malort.
Fucking A, Bubba. That's
And
awesome.
now that CH bought them, we're going to sell more because now we have support. We've never had support.
Yeah.
Malort has had one employee for the past like
Definitely.
5-6
Yeah.
years.
That's the owner.
Well, no.
No, they-
Sam Eckling.
Yep.
Sam Eckling was the only dude.
Was it? He was their
Yeah.
rep here.
That's all he did.
He could only do so much. He still bartended and managed the Patty Lawns or whatever, something like that.
Patty Long now is. Wait a minute. Sam. What's Sam's last name?
Eckling?
Eckling.
Meckling? Meckling.
Meckling.
Meckling with an M.
Okay.
Tall.
I didn't know he even ran a bar. I've seen him
Yeah,
on
I didn't
just.
know that.
Yeah.
'Cause Patty Long, a friend of mine,
He was
a
doing
GM
it
there.
So you wouldn't get. I mean, we would get like one thing a year for him to come out and do. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just didn't, and we sell a lot of it. Every other company we get helps. You know, they'll come out and spend and whatever, and Malort just didn't. And now
Can you
they've
imagine
already, we've done
So much
things
more.
with them, and we're getting support from
That's
them.
awesome.
And we're just
That's awesome.
We're literally
Yeah.
getting a slushy
And distillery's
machine.
2 miles away from you
Yeah.
guys.
You're getting
So,
a
yeah.
Slushy machine.
Or a slushy
Yeah.
machine for the Malort.
For Malort,
For Malort, a slushy cocktail.
cocktails. And then we're doing, we're gonna have a Malort, sort of like a tap.
Oh my god!
People love it.
That's
Our
insane.
entire
Obviously.
back wall of our bar is first time
Yeah, you
Malort
just saying
cheers,
that.
the Polaroids.
The
And it's not
Polaroids.
of you cheersing taking your shot of Malort for the first time.
It's you like throwing up after
It's
the
you
fact.
tasting it and then your face reaction to it.
It's a great
And we
idea.
have people write down
That's
like
dope,
their
dude.
descriptions
That's
of what it
kick-ass.
tastes like. You know, a dirty diaper, dry, or wet grass
Wet
under
grass-
a lawnmower.
Wet grass, yeah. I get that.
Yeah.
I
What
love it.
cigarette put out in the dirty diaper.
Wet
I mean, you get all
Oh,
types of
who's eating a dirty diaper? That's
I
sick,
don't know.
son
That's,
of a bitch.
that's
How do you know
somebody
what
said a
that
little
tastes
too
like?
How do you
much
know?
tonight.
You have a kid shat in your face.
Oh.
What happened?
That's a good point.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
How do you know what dirty diaper
How do you
tastes
know
like?
dirty diaper, motherfucker?
So we sell a lot of Malorts.
Good for you,
I'd like to
brother.
get back to the whiskey though, but the cocktails are great.
Yeah.
As the original question, as I scattered off.
No, it's cool.
What other whiskeys were you interested in selling and getting for the
I
bar?
like. I mean,
Let me
I
pull out my lineup so that it can help you think about that.
Yeah, sure. I support you any day of the week. You're handsome, you're Middle Eastern, and your name is Wallace.
And you hate Ashton Kutcher.
And you hate Ashton Kutcher.
And I hate Ashton
which I'm
Kutcher.
now starting to dislike.
Just because of you. Yeah, so was there a focus of like Americans as well?
I think when I started, yeah, I wanted to have a good variety of, you know, say 5 really good bourbons,
Okay.
5 really good ryes, 5 really good to 10 really good scotches.
Okay.
Was what I wanted. And originally, I think by the 1-year anniversary, we had not as extensive as say like a Delilah's that
Yeah.
has just a great, for being like a divey bar that has just a great. I mean, they have the best whiskeys. So I
Yeah.
love going in there. You can get whatever you want. Shout out to Jason Larson if you're listening.
There you go.
Jason.
But I did those amounts. I would say, price point's gonna knock you out of a lot, but rye-wise, I had like a collection of Whistle Pig.
Nice.
I didn't have the best bourbons. I had some Pappy, some allocated Pappy I got from someone else. It was probably legally selling.
That's all right.
Illegally selling. Not that anybody bought it.
It
at
all-
the price.
yeah,
point.
it all does.
We had like, I think our main rye was like Templeton Rye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scotches were all over.
Okay.
What's your?
But
you're a
that's
fan
my-
of
but
the
that's
Scotch,
my-
your
yeah.
thing,
Yeah, is there a certain region you attracts you the most, or?
I mean, I got into peated type of Scotch like right before I opened the bar.
Okay.
So like when
The
I went to
Highlands.
Scotland, we didn't do the Highlands.
Okay.
I mean, we had tasted some, but we never
Yeah.
went. We did the Speyside.
Yeah,
Which
Speyside's
is
my
all,
favorite. Yeah.
The Macallans, the Glenlivets, the Balvinis, all of
The
it.
normal dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very concentrated.
Yeah.
So it was like if you're gonna
It's
spend
the most
I
concentrated
only have,
area.
Yeah, I only have so
Okay.
much time. We rented a little house in the middle of the country. With
Ah,
That's
that's
dope.
dope.
and we drive our crappy rent-a-car, which was a Mercedes.
Okay.
It was the lowest level of rent-a-car.
Makes
On
sense.
the wrong side of the road.
Yep.
And you went to all the distilleries, and the rarest thing I had, which is just where my mind is, two whiskeys in. I had a 37-year-old Glenlivet, right out of the cask, aged Scotch. Best sip of alcohol I've ever had in
Really?
my life.
Really?
We worked it out at retail for, an ounce pour of that would have been like, 1 ounce would have been like $500 and something dollars.
Jesus.
For like
For 1 ounce.
for 1 ounce. It's like, yeah.
Oh
it was
my
part of our,
gosh.
we did it. My friend was working in the industry at the time, so
Yeah.
we got like these special tours for industry people, and we got to try this. And
Yeah.
I just remember tasting it going, this is
This is the best
the
fucking.
most, and this was like 3 years before the bar opened.
Wow.
And that was sort of my moment. It was like, I need to do this
Yeah. Yeah.
for
You're-
a living. I need to get into like something with whiskey.
That's awesome.
So that was your
And
inspiration.
that was my
That was your
moment was in Scotland.
What year was that?
2013.
Okay.
2013.
So what were
I
you,
had never-
what were you doing at the time?
So at the time I was in finance. I grew up in a family business, a small family business, which we sold a couple years ago. But I did finance for a while.
Okay.
Didn't like it. Did okay.
Yeah.
Half luck,
I hear
half
you.
skill.
Yeah.
I got you.
Got out ahead
Good.
and sort of putted around. I did some freelance work with a friend of mine, music-wise, like running stages, dealing with bands. And
Cool.
Music was
You love
also a
music as well.
passion.
Music and hockey.
Music, hockey, and whiskey.
And Ashton Kutcher.
And Ashton Kutcher. Fuck Ashton.
Fuck that guy.
But it hit me one day, and I'm like, I'm miserable. I'm like, I'm unhappy right now.
Yeah.
Like, what? And I just put the things I like together most: whiskey,
Beautiful.
music,
Yeah.
socializing,
Yeah.
and I have my hockey trophies up in the bar.
There you go.
There's my
Sweet.
hockey
There you
trophy.
go.
Yeah, that's the music aspect is something I wanted to hit on too. Because
Yeah,
like what you guys
definitely
do with the
wanted to hit on
DJs
that.
and
Yeah.
all that, and the special nights that attract people out there, honoring Bonnie's old tradition too.
Of course, yeah. No disrespect to Bonnie's. It was not that I had ever gone, but I've heard millions and millions of stories.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that you can set the bar too much. It may be cool, but it doesn't have staying power.
Yeah.
If we do this podcast in 30 years, the Native will still be there.
Oh,
Unless my
right.
daughters decide to sell it, it will still be there. Maybe not making as much as it is now in the trendy aspect, but it's that style lasts forever.
Yeah, I agree
It's
with
going to
that.
be a neighborhood bar. We're trendy Fridays and Saturdays. Other than that, we are a neighborhood.
Yeah.
You go in on a Tuesday or a Thursday, you're going to see people from the neighborhood, people from the industry, and that's my favorite part after
cool.
that.
Yeah,
But we started with vinyl only.
yeah.
Oh, you only stopped. You
We
started
only
with
play
vinyl.
music vinyl only. Well, I feel like if you're going to be,
That's cool.
and I'm not saying that the bar is super successful. I just mean if you're going to be good at something or successful at something,
Yeah.
you sort of have to do everything.
Do it right.
So when I opened, I built it, helped, not all of it, helped build it with my two hands. I bartended, like the first 6 months, I
Mhm.
bartended 6 days a week. I haven't bartended in probably a year and a half now, which I'm
for
over.
you.
It's good.
brother.
It's good.
But the point was I wanted to sort of know how to do every aspect of
Yes.
the bar.
Business.
I came from a small business, so running a business is fine.
Yeah.
That's in my blood. But I needed to sort of learn
Adapt that to
yeah,
the-
this industry.
Yes.
I've never worked in it.
Yeah.
I was a delivery pizza driver in high school. That's the closest I got to like the service industry. That's nothing. That's nothing. My family business was construction.
Yeah.
You know, and then finance, you're sitting in front of a computer screen.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't, music was fun.
Yeah.
I did it for fun. There was no money.
Yeah.
I drank a lot and met a lot of really cool rock stars, which means a lot to me.
Hey, those memories are something.
Yeah. And I'm a massive vinyl collector, and I was like, oh, let's just open a bar. So when I did, it was big. The music program was huge. It took me 8 months to allow another human being to play a song in that bar.
Really? That's a long time.
What was the who was it? And what was the first song?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you do know this about the Native, but you're not allowed to play the Eagles.
I'm never going back now.
It is my least favorite band in the world.
Ooh.
My dad's favorite band, God Rest His Soul, his
See.
favorite band in the whole world.
Yeah.
I have always hated the fucking Eagles.
He's like,
No,
fucking
we're
everything.
explicit. We have explicit rating on it.
It
so.
is the worst damn band ever. Massively popular band.
I love that. I can imagine you and your dad driving in the car to like hockey tournaments, did the same thing, listening to the Eagles,
Oh.
and loving
Like,
it.
Dad, turn
and
this
Jared just
off.
hating it.
I'm like, Dad, turn this off. Like, and I was like, I put on like Guns N' Roses or something at the time.
What about Seeger?
Listen to this,
You
Dad.
hate Bob Seger too?
No, I like Bob
Okay,
Seger.
there we go.
And it's not even the Eagles. I probably should have changed the sign in the bar because we have a prohibited sign. There's a few things that are on that list, and the Eagles are the last one. And people sometimes confuse it with the football team, which it's not.
No,
Fuck
But-
that too.
fuck them too.
No, I
They
agree.
just took my boy away, man.
Who's your
I know,
boy?
Jordan Howard.
Howard. Yeah, they didn't take him away. The Bears gave him away.
Yeah, you knew he was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
You knew he
yeah.
was gone.
When I saw that
It
today,
sucks,
this
man.
morning or
They do
yesterday,
that, man.
whatever that was.
Every 3 years.
Yeah, it's like the life of a running back. If I was a parent who's like, kid was a running back, like you're playing like safety or something like that.
You're a football player. If you had a child, would you actually let them play football?
Heck,
Absolutely.
yes, 100%.
I wouldn't.
Because you have to know that I would
I
never
love
let
my
them.
son.
I would never let them play tackle football until middle school. First of all, because there's no need to be doing it before.
I
Even
agree.
that young, you probably don't need to be doing it.
I agree.
But you
It's
never.
different in Miami, though. In Miami, you're
Yeah.
playing tackle football from the get.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, how many great football players come out of there?
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. No, I mean, like I think
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
I learned a lot.
Not even
I learned a lot playing football. Got a lot of CTE from football.
No. The team sports aspect.
Yeah, I hear you.
I wanted a son so bad. I mean, I have 2 daughters.
Yeah.
I wanted a son because I grew up. My dad was a professional rugby player for Chicago
Oh,
Lions.
nice.
He played soccer and baseball for Drake. He's a
Oh,
D1 athlete.
There
Like
was
my
soccer at Drake in the 70s?
Dad. Yeah.
What?
Oh,
No
yeah.
shit.
So my dad was a big time athlete.
That's awesome.
So I had to play everything. Well, my dad didn't play hockey.
Okay. There
Ah.
you go.
My mom was a season ticket holder. She loved the black in the
Nice.
70s.
She loves
Nice.
Blackhawks back in the
Loves
day.
hockey. So I got into hockey, and so the team aspect I love.
Yeah.
I just got my oldest daughter into baseball. She tried hockey. She didn't like it.
Okay.
I like the team sports, but football,
It's dangerous. I mean,
It's
don't get me wrong.
dangerous.
Yeah, and there's,
It's
I mean,
dangerous.
the only more science that comes out about how dangerous it is, will probably change the mind even more. But I guess if my kid really wanted to play, I wouldn't hold them back from it. But yeah,
Yeah,
there's
you're
no,
probably
there's
right.
no.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
just saying.
I definitely know I had way too many concussions in my life because of football, and
Yeah.
just like the neck strain all the time, and I played fullback and linebacker. It was 2 collision positions every single play.
damn,
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah,
Of
Love
and
it.
I was doing that for the time I was 13 years old,
Lot
to
of
the time I was
hits.
20.
Yeah.
So
I was a winger in hockey, not
Yeah.
least amount of hits
No,
in
I
hockey.
Yeah.
love the hitting aspect was dope.
yeah, exactly. That's what the favorite part of it was, like
Yeah.
being physical.
Just beating
So
the shit out of
Yeah.
then you're like 19, you're playing Division II football, and you're like, why am I doing this right now?
Yeah. Same
Yeah, in Sioux City, Iowa.
That's all right. But Don Henley is what I don't like.
Don
I should have
Don
not.
Henley.
I should have not said I hate the Eagles. It's Don Henley.
What
that I
about
despise.
Don
Don
Henley?
Henley specifically?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
what
plays
about-
everything about
Okay.
it.
He's your
my
Ashton
Ashton
Kutcher.
Kutcher. Yes.
They kind of look alike. No.
Okay.
He's my- he is- he is my
Okay.
Ashton
They're white and have
So it's
brown
really
hair.
not the Eagles,
Ah.
but
Close enough.
but yeah, I mean, what I found out though after opening a bar, when it comes, let's bring it full circle with the
Yeah.
whiskey, is I need to smoke more marijuana because I can only drink so much whiskey.
It's true. No.
Whiskey is my drink of choice.
Right.
Okay, I own a bar.
100%.
You're around booze all the time.
All day.
Yeah.
You guys, like you just said, you're coming off.
I'm coming
Like
off.
you need to just be in bed, sweat it out,
Yeah.
and just like be done for a few days.
That's what I need to do.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I mean, this was, after 8 months of being there every day and all the time, and you're coming in at 4 o'clock to open at 5, you're doing the back end stuff, and then you gotta deal with people. It was like, well, how am I gonna deal with people? Well, I'm gonna drink a little bit.
Yeah.
So then you started, what's the best kind of drink to have?
Yep.
What's the best buzz you're gonna have? It's whiskey.
It's whiskey.
So I found that it's my favorite, but I can't, as when I walked in before the podcast started, you guys were talking about how many whiskeys you have and such and such. It's like, yeah, if you're gonna taste some whiskey, start with the best stuff and work your way down. Because after you're done 5 of them, you're not like this tastes I can taste way less ingredients and what's this is giving out than the first couple sips I had. Because we've had a few.
It's interesting, like at Whiskey Fest that we've been at the last few days, where you want to say hi to your friends and you want to like taste their stuff, but like yesterday, no, I'm not gonna touch any of your stuff because I want to try everything different or what I haven't tried or if I have very little experience trying. Because I know after that 5 tastes, your palate is just burned completely.
Yeah, you're done.
I have no idea what I tasted the second half of those.
I was writing about it like for article
I know.
2 weeks ago, and I think I talked about it on the last podcast, maybe with Ian. Like I just compared to like the pit of Sarlacc, Boba Fett just falling down a pit, but it's like instead of like being like all the tentacles ripping your arms, it's just like your palate being attacked from all sides and spices just burning you out.
Yeah, it does. All you're tasting either is spice or just like heat, or you're just like.
And you want to talk to the reps of those things, be like, yeah, this is really good, but like my palate's gone. I can't really say much. I'm like, the caramel spice. It's like my go-to with bourbon. It's like that caramel spice right there.
It's really good, guys.
Some light toffee tones. But then, like, we had the Russells last night, and our palate probably had been dry for an hour or two, maybe longer for me, and amazing chocolate feel to it. It had, like, a brownie-like taste to it.
That was Eddie's, right?
That was Eddie's, yeah.
Eddie's? Okay.
Was it a 10-year?
Yeah, it's a 10-year.
And barrel selection for
You
Delilah.
mentioned something before we started about Booker. You said Booker's was there?
Where?
At the fest.
I don't know if they had Bookers there.
No, I didn't see
They'll be there tonight.
Tonight, that's what I'm talking
yeah.
about. Okay, I'm interested to hear. Booker's is solid.
I love Booker's.
I like Booker's for the price point, and like they're Booker's. You get a Booker's Manhattan.
Oh.
You're done.
I mean, you're done.
Yeah.
You only need one.
You really do.
Truly.
Yeah.
And I've been drinking whiskey for years. I had a buddy within the last 6 months recommend this to me. We were out at like some fancy restaurant. He's like, dude, get the Booker's. You're only gonna need one. I was like, come on, I want to drink one ounce.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. We actually started the
Kentucky
first
Chew.
podcast with it.
Bookers.
With Booker's.
Kentucky Chew.
And
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of it's actually near and dear to my heart. My grandpa was an engineer at Jim Beam with Booker, and so when he retired, it's pretty cool. The year he retires, the year Booker passed away. Before he did, he autographed a bottle with a message on it to him. Yeah, so
that's in your family right now?
I have it. Yeah, in my apartment.
In Chicago.
Yeah,
own that.
but yes, it's a bottle. Yeah. Empty bottle.
But it's okay. Who cares?
No.
But you have the
Let me tell you why it's empty.
Your grandpa drank it.
No. He put it into a decanter and didn't know what decanter he put it in. So no one knows.
No one knows which one.
What juice it is? Yeah.
Man.
So like
do
the
you
old school,
you know the
like
Beam?
glass,
No.
come into my
Remember
office?
those Beam promotional ones? They look like duck blinds. They had like a donkey. Yes. It's in one of those.
So you don't know which is which.
It's gone. I mean, it's like he gave it to somebody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll still take the empty bottle.
I don't know. That's the one thing I'll be probably holding on to. Yeah, it has the wooden box still with it as well, everything like that, and the note. Yeah, a note written on. It's a picture on my website. Like the very first thing that comes up is that picture.
So that's
the bottle.
That's the bottle.
Yeah, so that's really cool to have that experience, and we're gonna try to get my grandpa on. He's 90 years old now, but he can just talk for hours. So I'm going to Minneapolis in like a month or so.
Does he live in Minneapolis?
Yeah. He lived in Kentucky for 40 years and just moved to Minneapolis. And so I'm going to try to have him sit down and just talk, like, go.
Yeah, just talk, Grandpa.
Because I have, like, his old, like, engineer. He was an engineer, so, like, notes of, like, the still and the fermenters and the
he
boiler.
knows all that stuff.
Oh, yeah. And so, like, he's like, do you want these? Like, he said pristine, like, no crisp in them whatsoever. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to frame these. Like, this is amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta go with you. I want to be your grandpa.
I want to meet you.
He's a cool guy.
Cool.
Yeah. So Jim Dean Black was his favorite Beam product.
Okay.
One of mine as well. So like Wilson knows if I ever give a gift to somebody, like just a little gift to have, give him a $22 bottle of Jim Beam Black. But hey, 8-year-old bourbon, good stuff right there.
It is.
Yeah. So that's awesome that you said that.
Actually, that's my Friday night nightcap.
Only on Friday nights, though.
Only on Friday nights.
Yeah, Booker's will be there. My girlfriend will actually be pouring for them. She's
nice.
She's social media marketing at Jim Beam.
She must be good looking because he looks like John Mayer. Right?
She's adorable.
I think she only started dating me because I kind of looked like John Mayer.
Probably.
That's all right.
Yeah. So,
I haven't met her yet. Well, hopefully I'll meet her before you.
Yeah, we need to bring her by the Native. So she's a huge Scotch fan. So actually, she would love the basement. Yeah.
We need.
So
have her on the
she would
podcast.
So she's.
We should have her.
Yeah,
she
in the basement.
In the basement.
Yeah, I want to actually have her.
We had a full bathroom. You could shower in there.
Yeah. Dang, I'm gonna move right
do the
in.
podcast in the bathroom in the basement at the Native.
The acoustics are so good. No, I actually want to have her.
I got a vinyl player down there. We can spin records the whole time.
Dang.
Really good
Man, that's
Scotch?
dope. I love it.
I'll bring the Eagles.
I think we should just know. You're not allowed. I had one bartender once, or not bartender, excuse me. The bartender Zeph got a girl to DJ one night, a woman DJ.
Yeah.
And I randomly happened to show up that night. And all of a sudden, someone pokes me, and they're like, "Are you okay with this?" I'm like, "What?" Like, listen to the fucking music. So I'm like, I sort of look up, like I'm gonna see something.
Don Henley.
Yeah, what? And I'm like, oh, and I look over, and they're giggling in the booth.
Yeah.
And I'm like, in that moment, obviously our patrons are mainly millennials. I'm, almost 40.
40.
And I'm like,
40.
That was a good year.
Do I make a big scene?
Yeah,
I was like, I'm just gonna let it go. I just
should
go
make
over
a
to
scene.
Zeph, my bartender. I go, you are never allowed to suggest a DJ. One Eagle song has been played at our bar, and that was the one.
Oh,
And I took the high road. I walked away.
You walked away,
I
you're
didn't
like,
say anything.
I got
I have
you.
not seen that in women's face in my bar since.
Oh, poor.
Not that I'm there at night often, but
Oh.
if I was, she's gone.
She's
No,
gone.
I'm kidding.
Hey, you got to keep it true to yourself.
You do.
No, that's cool though. The part, I mean, I didn't know that whole story of like how that all came together
That
with
is cool.
with the vinyl and everything, the DJs and having those nights there.
Yeah, I wanted to sort of switch to the DJs because I can only be there so much. Right?
Yeah.
Because we had a shuffleboard bowling machine where the DJ booth is now originally, which was great because the bar I grew up at had
Had a
that.
shuffleboard.
Have-
I
Yeah.
wanted this just like very chill.
Yeah.
What was the name of the bar you grew up at?
Sewell's was one of them. Sewell's and
Sewell's.
Myers Tavern. There, one's in Northfield, one's in Wilmette.
Okay.
And then we had a house in Wisconsin, and we would go to. My parents would take me to bars up in like
Oh.
very southern Wisconsin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very close to the
The
border.
supper clubs are all those.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I grew up going to those two, so it's very much a combination. People come in, they're like, "Are you from Wisconsin?"
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, "No."
'Cause they
Then
have
they'll
that.
see.
Do
Like,
you have Wisconsin old fashions?
we used the Northwoods Old Fashioned was our that
Okay.
and the Native Negroni were our two original cocktails that
Okay.
we had on the menu. We can still make one, but it's not on the menu.
It's
They
not
didn't
on the menu.
sell well.
I mean,
not-
Brandy old fashions aren't.
if you
really,
if you use the right brandy,
They're just too overpowering. You don't taste the booze.
I always
it's a
like
little too sweet for me.
I'm a purist, man.
I liked
I need
using
to taste the
I need to
booze.
taste
the Cobalt peach brandy. I liked using old fashions with that.
I've never tried it.
They have the peach
It's just too
brandy?
expensive.
Yeah, it's so expensive.
Yeah, it's too expensive because it's $3.75 and it's $49 at
So
retail.
expensive. Oh,
So yeah.
I thought that pitch before you.
Yeah, I don't
Moved on.
remember the peach.
The peach brandy?
Yeah.
What was the one that the?
You were there.
Was it the raspberry?
Prune
Prune.
brandy.
That was when I met you.
Yeah,
that's
and
what
then
we
were talking about.
before we left was the cranberry gin, which is out now.
That's out now.
Yeah, yeah.
We just had
doing-
someone come in and pitch us that.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people used that in the cocktail competition we were at Big Star.
Big Star?
We used
You used Malort.
we used Malort and got People's Choice. So.
Yeah.
Boom.
Which was my
Cheers
my
to
favorite.
that.
So
Would it be Zeph?
I didn't.
I
Even,
mean, come on.
I didn't even vote.
People's Choice.
Yeah.
And Malort because we sort of.
It's fucking outstanding.
He
because
came up with the recipes. We were working on stuff. We had ideas, and we were finally like,
This is it, brother.
"Well, Sam, imagine this is what he wanted to enter the cocktail with." He goes, "Just walk into the cocktail contest, put down an old style and a bottle of Malort, and walk away."
Yeah.
I go, "Well, we're just being assholes." I said, "Let's stick with Zeph's plan of making a Malort one, and,
Yeah.
and give that, like, hey, we're using a very disgusting flavored booze, and
Yeah.
we're gonna make a good cocktail."
What's right?
That's-
He used the
that's
rosé,
fucking-
right?
I love it.
He did. He
Yeah.
used the rosé.
He loves
Yeah.
rosé in that?
Which my wife
Rosé virtue
lives
cider.
on.
Yeah, that stuff's good.
Oh my god.
Actually,
Lives on that stuff.
I probably shouldn't say. I just had an interview with them this afternoon, actually.
Rosé?
With Virtue.
Oh, the Virtue rosé? It's
Yeah.
good, though.
Not the rosé, but the
Oh,
company.
The company. Sorry.
You know,
Not
this
the
will
can.
be online at some point.
Yeah.
Some
Sorry.
point. Have to-
Sorry.
Virtue, it's good.
I'm gonna have to edit it all out now.
Yeah,
No, but that was a cool night, and that cocktail was awesome. I was very impressed by that one.
good. I was heard that there was a batch cocktail here at this podcast.
Oh, it's true. I've heard that too.
So this is an experiment. I'm not trying to be Zeph. I'm not trying to be a mixologist, but so we at Union Horse we just devised a barrel aging program using
Okay.
5-liter and 10-liter barrels
Okay.
that we've self-primed. So I thought with the Kentucky Derby coming on, I would barrel age a Derby.
Okay.
All right.
So it's been 2.5 weeks.
So Woodford's gonna sue you?
So, Wilford can't sue me for that. For what?
It's for what, man?
So I apologize if it's not good ahead of time because
Well, that's why
I haven't tried it.
That's why we start with the good
What-
stuff.
what's-
first,
Try
right?
with the
So-
good stuff.
Well, what's in it?
So it is our bourbon, which I should have used a higher proof bourbon for this, but our bourbon only goes to 92 unless I used a barrel proof bourbon, which I didn't get in time.
Okay.
And then I used dry curacao.
Okay.
and then a really fabulous Italian red vermouth.
Oh, yeah?
With stuff. Oh, it's fucking. I love that fucking stuff.
I'm telling you, yeah. A good vermouth will make a cocktail.
Yeah.
A good vermouth. This red vermouth is
Especially
outstanding. Outstanding.
Most likely with whiskey, but yeah.
So my apologies are extended prior to.
It smells delicious.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it smells nice. What do you think?
I dropped some like crushed ice in there to keep it kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
So if it's
honestly,
watery-
this over a little bit of ice,
Yeah.
or stir it in some ice, and then put, so it got the temperature. That's delicious.
Yeah, it's really
which
nice.
is what.
All right, let's do the ingredients
kinda-
again. I gotta
it's-
get this down.
Yeah.
We're
Write it down.
Yeah.
We're
So,
redoing our
we're redoing
menu,
the menu.
our cocktail menu.
Now this has gone from a podcast to a pitch for Union Horse
this is
Distillery.
what she's- So Damien, if you're listening,
and the native who is gonna.
this
do
is
a new
how I
cocktail.
roll, bro.
All right.
So we've got
Wait,
Union Horse.
who you shouting out?
Damien, my boss.
Oh.
Cheers, Damien. Thanks for lending Wallace for the day.
What up, Damon?
So we use the Union Horse bourbon,
Okay.
80% corn, 20% rye, aged 5 years, 53-gallon Missouri oak barrels. It's essentially white oak. But they're sourced from Missouri. And then the dry curacao.
Mm-hmm.
I forget the.
You know what would be awesome as? A slushy. That would be. That red wine really comes through there.
Right? I'm telling you, and that dry curacao is
But
probably
it's
the
that-
best orange liqueur that
It's
I've
like a
ever
honey
had.
taste to it, refreshing.
And then the Lustal.
Put a little mint garnish on there.
Vermouth is absolutely outstanding. Tenzing's our distributor.
Okay, which we work with.
Yeah.
That's how I never heard of them until I had called every single human to get Whistle Pig.
Really?
Really?
They're Tenzing,
Whistle
huh?
Pig was my. Not anymore now. I think Breakthrough has.
Okay.
Whistle Pig.
Breakthrough has.
But at first, when I sort of switched over, Scotch was why I got into whiskey. It was
Yeah.
not bourbon or rye or
Which,
anything
yeah.
American. It was. The first Scotch I ever had. It was my 21st birthday at a buddy of mine's house in Chicago, and he gave me Johnny Walker Blue.
Blue.
Black
All
was
right.
my first.
What to start?
And I remember, yeah, right. And I'm like, I taste it. I look at my best friend. He's older. The guy that's house we were at, who gave me the Scotch, was older. He's in the other room, and I look at him and I go, "This is disgusting."
It tastes like a bonfire.
And I had no idea until years later.
Yeah, $225
Yeah,
bottle.
exactly. Scotch sort of got me into it. Whistle Pig was like my first real ride that I.
That makes sense though. I mean, with their style of
I still like it. I
Yeah.
really do. Like their Boss Hog is really good.
Boss Hog is
Their
good.
price point is
high.
It's a little high. I just bought their 15, the blue
Oh,
label.
I had
How
that
is
yesterday.
How was it?
It's really
Really good.
I got it in Kenosha or something.
Really?
Nowhere? You went up there? You got it up there?
I'm going on like a boys ski trip or something.
At
Up
Woodman's
in
or something?
Wisconsin.
Were you at, what's that place?
Woodman's.
Woodman's. Yeah.
I was at Woodman's, yes.
There's some gems in Woodman's.
I
Yeah.
saw it and I was like, I've never heard of this. I must buy it.
Yeah, when I was doing some promotional work with Slow and Low last summer, it was like I went to those stores and you'd find like, bottles were like $8 cheaper, and then you'd find like some gems. We just took bottles and filled them up in the van.
Oh yeah, that 15 year I probably got for like 180.
Oh, it's probably
wow.
at least 210 here. Yeah, if not more.
I've seen it here once and I've seen it, yeah, it was like 215 or something.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Spanish vermouth. No wonder it's so good.
Spanish.
So yeah,
Spain?
stuff.
Yeah, but you're not from Spain or
No.
Mexico.
Or Mexico.
You're from Puerto
Or
Rico.
Cuba.
I'm from Puerto Rico.
You know who else is from Puerto Rico? Javier Baez.
Javier Baez.
I love Javier.
Dude, 2 dingers yesterday.
Almost 3.
Really? Was there
Almost
a third?
3.
There was almost a third?
The guy caught literally at the wall,
Nice
very
shit.
close in the right corner.
And he has the
Big-
worst tattoo I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, the major
Oh,
league
yeah.
one. That's like an
I mean-
ongoing joke with all my high school buddies.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
That's
It's
worse than a tramp
like
stamp.
right here.
Yeah.
It's worse than a tramp
Yeah.
stamp.
Yeah.
Was
And
he?
I have a tramp
Was
stamp,
he?
and I
He wasn't in the majors when he got that, right?
Yes.
No.
A big one now. It's big. We have
big.
shirts. Oh yeah, we have shirts of the native. that
You
have
shirts
my
of-
tramp.
Oh, I
A
love
different
it.
version of my tramp stamp.
Oh.
I had a little one when I was like 17.
Yeah.
And then I got older and I was like, well, I can't have this. This is lame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I decided instead of getting it removed, a little tattoo, I was just gonna make it
You're
bigger.
gonna make
it Endless.
It's like this big. We have it on the bottom of like if you go, we have salmon colored T-shirts. If you look on the back of our salmon colored
Salmon
T-shirt,
colored
there's a
t-shirt.
tramp stamp, and it's basically my tramp stamp with a loon in the middle, which is our logo.
Oh my.
Speaking of tramp stamps, I knew we were going to talk about
This
it at some point.
this podcast has gone off the rails.
I love it.
I
I
love
love
where
it.
it's going. We're gonna definitely do a road trip over to the
would've-
native to do a podcast now.
Never would have
For the
thought
t-shirts
we could do
and
it.
then for the scotch.
Yeah.
Both.
Scotch.
We'll do both.
And I want to see the tramp stamp.
Yeah.
I'll give you the shirt. We only give them away.
No, I
don't
want
we?
to see the extra tramp
Well, I'll
stamp.
show you that today.
I want to see that.
I'll show you
That'll
that
be we can post a picture of you if you know,
That's fucking
for the
dope,
cover of the
dude.
podcast if you want to.
Yeah, I don't mind. I'm not ashamed anymore.
I love it. I
I'm
love
too
that
old
you-
to be ashamed
you-
about it
yeah,
anymore.
dude, you
I'm
own
a
it.
massive bad
How old are your
decision.
daughters?
I have a 6 and 4-year-old.
So like when they're like about 6-7 years now, they're gonna just kill
Oh, they're
you
gonna
for
be
it.
tearing it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
They're like, Daddy.
Did you really get that?
Really, Dad?
Especially by that time, because
Yeah.
tattoos will have been around, like
Yeah,
popular for so
exactly.
long.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh yeah, I'm screwed.
I like
I'm
it.
screwed in every way.
That's
you know,
all right.
when I wasn't born as beautiful as John Mayer over here.
Yeah,
but,
I know, right, dude?
You know, when you're a white northern Italian with blue eyes.
We
It
both are.
works.
Yeah. I
You
deserve.
guys are natural
I
baby
deserve,
makers.
I deserve my beautiful little daughters because you know
I agree.
I dated a lot.
Shout out
Yeah.
to the babies.
Definitely. Well, I think we're about to get kicked out of the brewery because they got to move these pallets. Looks like. And they also have the pizza boss coming in here at 5, and it's already 4:30. Jared, awesome. Thank you for coming out and hanging out
Yeah,
with us.
thanks,
yeah, thanks
what do you
for
want
us.
anything to promote?
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
got anything coming?
honestly, just the native in itself.
Yeah.
Our patio will be opening soon, but
Sweet.
as far as
It is
the
patio
native
season
goes,
approaching.
it's a good place for any type age person to come and just enjoy themselves.
Yeah, I agree with
It's
that.
a very chill vibe, and hopefully they're treated nice. And
Guys, thanks for hanging out. Wilson's at 312 Made. You can check us out at Key in the Lake on Instagram and Twitter, and our website, keyinthelake.com, for a bunch of articles about Whiskey Week and conversations about Whiskey Week and a lot of photos as well. And please check out The Native. It's an awesome spot to hang out. I can only say good things about it. And all of Logan Square and all of Chicago. And guys, just to end it, one more cheers.
cheers.
Have a good night, everybody.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Cheers.